fully on landscaping. This street used to be actually a traffic basically street, but now it's only for pedestrians. Quite a few new projects at the moment in Cairns. Been building quite a few modern, it's a Singaporean basically investment, gonna be really modern apartments here. Now they are redoing as well all the richest hotels. They're trying to modernize a little bit, can suffer damage too. Yeah, I got a new facility, it's just been opened recently over a couple of months. It's the Cairns Aquarium, this white building here around this corner. Don't know if you guys can squeeze it in your busy, obviously, holiday package. It's quite an amazing collection. Little summary of our 400. This is actually as he was circumnavigating our coastline across on a Sunday, and according to obviously the religious biblical motif, was named after Trinity Sunday. And we bestow it on honoring him as against Trinity Inlet. Well, a jewfish, a womogong, yeah, there are a few nice ones. Well, eating fish basically, and barramantis of course. Even that barramantis have been protected for the last 3 months as they were into their breeding season and nobody was allowed to fish them. Fields. That's the most predominant commercial crop in Queensland, covering approximately 2,000 lineal kilometers, well to be exact 1,960. That stretches out all the way from the Daintree River across pretty much northern New South Wales. Well, they got a little bit, not much really, New South Wales. Only the northern areas that the climate is still wet enough and warm enough to crop sugar. It doesn't reflect on fully dry, arid Australia, no. This is not savanna. This is more like a jungle forest. The rainforest of the wet tropics. To Cairns in a similar way. On the way back we'll see it very well, and I got a little surprise halfway. You see it? It's not protecting us from the water. Yeah, time to time pets play in the water, but some of them they don't come back. But at least it's not a human being. That's why it's always a really good approach. That's a golden rule, but it's Murphy's law. They only left bits of the road. We had a massive, mega colossal cyclone. It was 320 kilometers an hour when it struck, made landfall in the coast, but it just wrecked the whole area. Cairns was
Der er lidt turister på rundfart her på vej op i regnskoven. Crocodile Country.
halfway for the looks. I got a better idea along the next corner as it opens up a little mangrove system across there. Pneumatophorus, basically very strange prop and stilted root systems that allows obviously the movement of the ocean across. Yeah, it's actually quite flooded because at low tide we have the left hand side power lines. It's coming up one of them that has a little nest belonging to the osprey. Some mornings we are lucky. In November we lost a woman that wandered along the formal beach at Port Douglas and went all a combined prawn farm, banana prawn farm probably. I would not be surprised they target as well barramandis. Could try as well sometimes the mangrove shark. That's the other really yummy fish. It's freshwater, saltwater fish. Similar as it's got a couple of pulleys on rollers that they can be adjusted inwards, outwards, and then crushes the stalk, cuts it perfectly in 20 centimeter segments. That's why they use it. Not fast, very slow. It's a diesel locomotive, but can take more than 60 carriages in one single trip. That's why it's so good. It saves a lot of dollars from road trains on semi-trailers back and forth that can only take up to 4 of those carriages. We're gonna meet them this afternoon.
Mossman.
We're gonna be back into this town.
Gammel sukkerby.
The environmental center, yeah, we're gonna do a few things here really.
Mossman. Sukkerliv. Gammel sukkerby. Det er imponerende, hvad der går op af de her gamle træer. Der kører et lille tog, smalsporet. Det kører åbenbart her forbi. Det er et tog, som kører med sukkerrørene, når de høster. Så den ligger langs med landevejen. Og de kan trække op til 60 vogne, så det er noget, der vil noget. Mexicanske regntræer.
Yeah, we're not going to stop it, just going to show you the island. Can anyone maybe project the shape of the island? What maybe reminds you what?
A crocodile.
Yes. And honestly, it's a good indication because that island is infested by crocodiles. Box jellyfish. You see it? I stopped next to it. And you got a crocodile snout and a sign that says no swimming cross. That's what you have to apply to yourself. No swimming. Then once at Cape Tribulation, yeah, we're gonna turn around and come back all the way to Mossman. Bye.
Oh, go away.
While we're cruising along, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. If you think, there's only one thing you guys need to remember. Please make a circle around me. You only see the top of that mountain probably 30 days of the year. The rest of the time it's covered in cloud. They get over 8 metres rainfall each year on the mountain. It's one of the wettest places in the country. In Gulf country. They're omnivorous as well, meaning they eat anything, plant or animal matter. The truth is, 5,000 square kilometres of our coast and estuaries. The metallic starlings there on your left, or shining starlings. So on the interior of those pneumatophores is like a sponge.
What's that bird?
Yellow oriole.
Sound. An oriole.
These trees sense when they're about to fall over due to erosion. Send out these new props in order to try and stand the tree upright again. It's the rhizophorus or red mangrove. Stocks, crabs and prawns. It's no surprise whatsoever. It's a very simple equation really. No forest, no mangroves, equal no fish, prawns, crabs. 1 out of 100 eggs that makes it to maturity. The old 1%ers. Massive mortality rates.
It's just a lot.
You ever hear anyone saying crocodiles are overpopulating? We're going to call them a difference. In fact, crocodiles are one of the best regulators of their own numbers. Big crocs eat small crocs all the time.
Oh yeah.
Largest modern day crocodile ever recorded in Australia, 8.63 metres. Remember, the boat's only 10. Well, I wish they were. Make my job a lot easier. They are not territorial. A better way to describe them is hierarchical. Right, so you guys up the front, in under there somewhere, I can't actually see it from where I'm at, but you guys probably can. Just the head, tiny little, like I said, he's only 2-year-old, he's just in the water there somewhere. In behind there, I think, yeah, it's in. Can anyone see it? Right in the water, over behind it. Haven't seen it by now, you probably won't see it. It's that obvious. People ask me as well, they go on camping trips or fishing trips up Cape York or somewhere remote. They often ask what's the best thing we can do to avoid a crocodile attack. Well, apart from not going, the best thing you can do is take a dog with you. So at night time when you got camp set up, you tie that dog up out the front of camp. So during the night, if it's a good dog, it'll let you know something's coming.
How long have we got?
3 seconds. Not a matter. Oh, can't give you a clue.
Is it a fish?
Not a fish.
Is it a bird?
You see on the outside of the leg of every bird.
Scales, I guess.
Scale. They have a reptilian scale.
And that's how basically everything is started around the region. Cairns itself, Cook and Port Douglas, they follow very similar lines.
Unnecessary death.
Cutting up breathing.
Yeah, guys, should be able to spot low islands very well now, all the way east. It's a very flat island at that point where the inner reef is.
Yes, that's it.
I've been to Japan, I like traveling. This is easy country to travel.
Oh, really?
Of course, I've been to Osaka and Tokyo,
Oh, yes.
Hiroshima, Miyajima,
Miyajima, yes, that's it.
Nagano.
Oh, yes.
Introduced in 1974 by John Nicholas. And he protagonized as well a very important episode for the protection of the Daintree. Because he was a German fellow, a botanist, that in 1902, Ludwig Diels discovered a really primitive, strange flowering. Maybe you heard about it. But it's considered the queen of the tropics fruit. Really, really tangy. Fortunately, very seasonal. Doesn't last, no. Related to the persimmon. Maybe you know the persimmon. This one, this creek. As the water flow was slowly leaching away. Basically, yeah, like a strainer. And then runs away. See you later. Gone. Not kidding. Gone. Walk about. And then casualidad has to rear the nest. Doesn't sit on it because the composting effect, you look where it is, you realize it's quite shady. Doesn't get much sun. So they don't rely on the sunlight or the sun rays. They are really important people. Well, they will use heavily in construction. The inner core is really solid, it's hardwood. But they got a huge content on the tea tree oil. You heard about the tea tree oil? Well, we use it here as an insect repellent, as an antiseptic, antibacterial, basically remedy. Approach a spray and start spraying everything. No, in the bush. Exactly. We just make a little. Today you're going to see it at Mossman, because you're going to see the indigenous and you're going to realize how they use it. They actually make a little fire pit with a few rocks and they burn a few of those sheets. Why? Make a very white smoke, but it repels any crawling creature that annoys you. Mosquitoes, mudflies, spiders, snakes, you mention it. That's
Det var et badested, som havde noget med tribo et eller andet, som jeg må finde på kortet. Når man gang kommer ned. Varmt. Men det er jo ikke noget nyt. Det er i bunden af regnskoven. Det er vandet. Der er selvfølgelig nogle grode.
Ja, men den er ikke større sådan, det er krabbe.
Derefter der bliver vi så taget ved hånden af de lokale, som gerne vil vise os, hvad de gør eller har gjort. Og derefter så bliver vi sat på en bus, en anden bus, og vi kører op til noget, der hedder Gorge. Og vi så skal gå op i trætoppene, en vej op der, så skal vi så gå ned igennem tilbage igen. Så der skal vi altså ombord på en anden bus. Vi kommer tilbage til den her bus selvfølgelig på vej tilbage. Og så stopper vi også bliver vi ved centret, der er der. Vi har... Det var ikke. Og i morgen aften, efter I kommer hjem, fordi nu skal i morgen, det er vi altså fuldstændig fri i dag, så er der, vi bliver inviteret op i lejligheden hos Arne Bo og Birte, op på 11. etage, 11.02, ja. Klokken 6:30. Hvis det er ikke først kommer tilbage klokken 6, så kan vi godt vente, så skal vi starte med at komme hos dem fra 6:30 af. Det kan være, at man lige skal tage et brusebad og lugte det godt, for vi kommer jo en anden ved op i lejligheden jo. Og så vil de gerne give en lille en. Lidt vin er det bedste, lidt snack. Og jeg vil godt købe lidt ind. Jeg har lidt ekstra penge at bruge. Det er sådan, jeg skal bruge dem. Jeg vil ikke, ellers skal jeg betale tilbage til Albertslund. Det er fandme smidt, altså. Så jeg køber også lidt ekstra ind. Så vi serverer lidt der. Jeg ved ikke om der er... Jeg har nogle gange snakket lidt om at mødes til middag også. Altså, det er ikke en stor nødvendighed, når vi er jo sammen der, men altså, det må vi...
It's a huge 600 kilo feast for a crocodile because we introduced back from a croc, but in reality they are after the cattle, the property, so the cattle cannot actually access the river because the law doesn't protect the cattle. Well, crocs are really smart. They like McDonald's before it's processed into burgers. I don't blame them. They are actually fixing the road for each actually ton of gross sugar. They were hard laboring workers. And they didn't mind, but they were actually a little bit this and that, and they would actually become Australians and not. They were just pretty much at the beginning of the century was that quite an influx of Europeans. He got beaten badly and he didn't really went to hospital, and unfortunately he passed away.
Ochre and clay. Now ochre and clay was used for rock art. Rock art was a way of telling stories.
Hun er der stadigvæk, når vi går herfra, så vi skal høre, hvad han siger, så vi nok kommer over.
Of how we as Bama used to hunt and gather food off the land. Today we paint it on ourselves for dancing, ceremonies, weddings, funerals, most importantly initiation. Initiation, young boys get initiation done. The men will paint themselves up for dancing. Civilian staff here at the Mossman Gorge Centre, Gulga Yalanji people here in the rainforest past and present. I'd like to welcome you here to my country this afternoon. Wherever you folks are travelling to, have a happy and safe holidays, return home safely. If you're not from this country, always remember you can snake-wise and croc-wise while you're here too, yeah? No worries. On behalf of myself again, everyone, thank you and welcome here, and hopefully hear from you guys sometime soon in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please help yourself to some ochre, guys. If you want to put some on your face, on your arms, feel free. Go on. Thank you.
Jalla da, Trevor.
Hello, no, mate.
All right. Been fun, yeah?
Det er så Mossman Gorge. Man kan godt se, at de har fået lidt vand her på det sidste.
Once you take a couple of pictures, we continue to the suspension bridge.
Ma io ne ho preso uno più grande l'altro giorno.
Lying in front of my home, and I was like, what was that? It was a fridge. Yeah. Well, when you go 300 kilometers an hour winds, get stuck on the house because it's all full of water around the road, and we cannot drive outside the house. So we have to prepare things before it happens. It's normal. It's part of this climate. You have to anticipate the cyclones. Don't worry. Pretty good. We are not expecting any really system coming to the coastline within the next week, so it looks good. Just logs, crocodiles. Crocodiles were not there. They were logs pretending to be crocs. From west, normally it's very hazy, but quite hot, steamy hot. Well, we got the effect of the outback. The desertic westerly jets are blowing in. Some other basically stir-fry options, especially Asian style food. And they are open.
This afternoon, some large hail and damage through Darwin, particularly earlier this afternoon. We are expecting to see more move through tonight, and then that's going to spread out into more widespread rain, potentially locally heavy falls at TT, parts of the southern slopes and ranges, the Illawarra, Sydney, the Hunter, southeastern region. That's what's producing those very strong and gusty winds across.